Tourist Nation, come for a walk with me. Come on over here for a sec. Let's look, some of the folks that come back here and warm up on my range, come on over. This right here, these are what we call pork chops. That is a toe down deep divot. Maybe that was decent, who knows. But this is a very, a big variety of divots. And you know that I'm a big fan of the Divot Board, and I want to show you how, I know it's summertime and you're playing golf right now, but we want to eliminate the randomness of how the club touches the ground like this, because that's not what Mo Norman says is a bacon strip divot. I want to teach you to have your swing circle come down, collect the ball nicely, not random divots, and I joke that you could plant and you could create a little tomato garden in there, okay? We want to get the club brushing the grass nicely. Let me show you how to do that with your Divot Board. So Tourist Nation, I've hit 15 balls from here, and the divots are very, very uniform. The depth of the divot is uniform, not too deep. I call this low point legend. And it's funny, we actually have an award for students that come to my golf school that can demonstrate this kind of radius control. Now obviously if the club is coming down super steep, like you've got a runaway chicken you're trying to get, you're not going to have a low point legendary status. We need some delivery of the golf club to help you get the golf club to where it can collect the ball at the bottom, and maybe just take a little surgical divot, Mo Norman style, a little bit of a bacon strip when you're hitting shots. So there's another little thin scuff of grass that's gone, not quite the length of a dollar bill, but almost, and pretty even from heel to toe. Now, months back, you saw that I introduced a product that I just think is fantastic in an amazing at-home, or even take it to the range, but at home you can't do any better. It's called the Divot Board. This sits down here, and when you are at home and you want to work on your low point, when you want to work on how your club has the exchange with the ball in the ground, this is fantastic, because if you come down too hard, the board's going to jump around a little bit, and you're going to see this. There's no semblance of an organized touch or an organized divot. And best of all, look at that. You brush it away and you get to do it again. And this one's been smashed around at my golf school now for a few months, and it's still in amazing shape. So the sensations here, go ahead and aim it at your target. If you want to put a golf ball and hit off it, perfect. If you just want to work on this at home, that's great too. Get your good hands on there. Find your radius to that yellow dot right there, and then the sensation is, can we have this downward motion, this corresponding upward motion, and this is where people get freaked right out. I understand, but a golf swing is yin and yang. There's a lot of down, and there's a lot of commensurate up, and you have to get your head around that to have high level strikes and manageable divots. Because if you're the believer that all you do is go down in golf, you know what's going to go up? Your handicap. You have to understand the plus and minus of a great swing, and that there's tons of down in a golf swing. Everything's going down at high speed. It has to be offset by rotation and push away from the ground, and that's what helps us manage that low point, helps us have bacon strip divots like Mo. Start off with a great radius. Get your arms in front of you. Get that lead arm up in front of you, a little bit of a softer trail arm. Go ahead and tap the mat a couple of times. Now watch the sensation as I'm letting the club come down. There's my unweighting phase, and then I'm pushing up away from the ground. And I've got a pretty long touch on the Divot Board here that I can brush back and practice. Notice I didn't land too far behind it. I didn't land too far ahead of it. I call this the pro side thin divot. I call this the high handicapper divot. We don't want either one of those to be fair. We want the golf club, the bottom of our swing circle, to land in a pleasing place. So if I put a golf ball on here, why not hit one off this? It's highly durable. I would aim it at my target. Gives you a great reference for alignment. Get your good hands on there, create your radius. Give the board a tap, but don't rest the club on here. Let's hit a little shot off the Divot Board. And there's a nice little strike. Where the spot where the golf ball was is left alone, and the touch point's fractionally forward. And you'll notice there's a gentle leftward curve of my divot. Because the swing is a down and out behavior, it doesn't continue straight. That bucks geometry completely. We want this to work down and out, collect the golf ball. That was a baby draw. The ball got its message, the horse left the barn, and then the club finishes it circle path up into a finish. So don't be like that dude over there who had all those choppy divots that were all kinds of different depths. Learn how to have a reliable swing bottom, and this is a fantastic product. There's none better. Highly durable, and it's really educational, and best of all, you self-organize, you teach yourself. Couple little simple tips from my protocols, and you're going to be off to the races. Thanks for watching.